Hello everybody. Welcome back to Rank Talks Ball for yet another World Cup watch along. Sorry for being here late. We're just trying to figure out whenever this scheduling thing was gonna work, but apparently uh, the game is actually happening. Yes, thank you Mexico for actually postponing the game because it allowed us to have a bit more of a rest and a bit more discussion on Brazil and the absolute downfall that they went through against Norway. By the way, if you were there for that watch along, thank you so much for that. It was an amazing watch along, and we got to see Brazil getting dumpstered by another European team once again and embarrass the whole history of the 5-time World Cup winners. But now we are here for yet another watch along and yet another round of 16 game. And this game, I hope you guys have your meal. I have my empanadas right here. I hope you have your meal because this game is the World Cup. This is the World Cup game that I wanted to see. Mexico against England at the Estadio Azteca. The last game that the Estadio Azteca will bear witness at this World Cup. After this, everything is going to be played in the US, which is an absolute travesty, but it is what it is. It's just what FIFA decided, and we know how FIFA is. But Mexico has never lost a World Cup game at the Azteca. They want to make the quarterfinals for the first time since 1986, which they did playing in Mexico, playing in this very same stadium. England trying to get one step closer to that trophy, that second star that has eluded them for 60 years, and try to bring it home. So a lot running on the line, and a Mexico side that hasn't conceded yet this tournament, but also has never gone up against opposition like England. They have never faced an attack like England's yet in this tournament. England looking shaky as well. They really struggled up against DR Congo. They suffered that scare, and Kane had to bail them out. So this is a super interesting game. England has to deal with the altitude, has to deal with the home atmosphere of the Azteca, and try to make the most out of the situation. So this game, just based on the atmosphere, the most of the Mexican fans, but also some England fans that made all the way to Mexico to watch this game, it's just gonna be absolute cinema. So thank you so much everyone for joining. Patricio, Clato, Mr. Krabs, thank you so much for being here. Just wanted to see this game because England is going to lose 2-0 and you're Argentina. No. I said this during the Brazil-Norway game. I actually want England to win. Even though obviously for nationality reasons I dislike England. But you don't understand what social media has been like ever since Mexico beat Ecuador. You don't understand. You think the English fans are arrogant despite not winning anything. You don't understand how the Mexican fans have behaved after beating Ecuador 2-0 in that round of 32 game. It has been absolute hell going on social media and seeing how the Mexican fans have reacted to winning a knockout game. I want England to win because I don't want the Mexican fans to be happy. That's all there is. That's all there is to it. And England fans are gonna be the same after beating Mexico. I know, but I don't want to deal with the Mexican fans. Dealing England fans, you can discredit them for being biased and for not winning anything since that World Cup in 1966. Mexican fans are just annoying, man. It's annoying where I feel shame reading comments from Mexican fans. I cannot stand it. And I don't think I could ever stand if they beat a nation like England, if they beat the creators of this sport. I don't think I could ever stand that. And listen, I'm gonna represent my Latino population. I'm gonna represent my Spanish-speaking population. Sure, whatever. If Mexico win this game, social media is gonna be so incredibly unbearable. They don't know how to lose, much less how to win. Exactly. That's exactly it. And you could say the same for England, but to me, English fans are the closest thing there is to the Argentinian fans outside of South America. Like the English fans, they know when to criticize their players and their clubs. They sing creative chants through the entire game, and they actually know football. English fans, even though they may have some crazy takes and maybe delusional about their own nation, they actually know football. Mexican fans don't know football and don't feel football the way that England and Argentina does as a culture. This is from a cultural standpoint. And dealing with Mexican fans in social media has been an absolute travesty. throughout this entire World Cup. So like I just want Mexico to be out of it already. I understand that it's fun to have the host at the tournament, but even then, like even if Mexico win this game, after this they are playing in the US, so they aren't even the host. Even though most of their games in the US would be home games as well, based on the amount of Mexicans that live in the United States. So like, nah, man, I just don't want to see Mexico um, beating England and having to go through everything. But what do you guys think? I want to know what the chat thinks because I've seen mixed opinions um, based on this one. So who do you think will win? I've seen many opinions on this one, and I don't know who's gonna win. I'm also having a hard time deciding who I think like not want because I want England to win. I don't know who is gonna win. All right, Clato, good luck over there. Hope it goes well as the national anthems begin to play. We can actually bring up like the lineups as well, so that you guys can see what is going on over here. I'm gonna just pause my stream uh, in the background because we have some changes, at least on the side of England. Um, right here, get my camera back, because England with Pickford in goal, obviously the back four is now Kwanzaa, Konsa, Gehi, and Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly starting ahead of Jet Spence, which I think is the right call because Spence was absolutely atrocious against DR Congo, and O'Reilly is a better footballer in my opinion. Kwanzaa starting ahead of Rhys James, I guess trying to be a bit more defensive on that right hand side, especially because you're going up against Julian Quiñones, who has been tearing it up this World Cup. The double pivot, Rice and Anderson, is going to start. What are you going to do? Then Bellingham in the number 10, Saka starting ahead of Madueke, and you still have Anthony Gordon with Kane in the number 9. So some big calls from Tuchel, but I think it's the right call what's at the end of the day. The Mexican lineup, what we knew, Rangel in goal, Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vazquez, Cesar Montes, and Sanchez in that back four, Romo, Lira, and Gilberto Mora, and then the front three of Julian Quiñones, Raúl Jiménez, and Alvarado. So like the same lineup that took to the field against Ecuador, and I think that this Mexico side is super good defensively. Cesar Montes and Johan Vazquez have been amazing in the back line. Rangel, even though he's not the most reliable goalkeeper in my opinion, has kept only clean sheets this tournament so far, and it's all thanks to that back line that he has in front of him. Lira has been filling up really well for Edson Alvarez, who hasn't been in great form. Gilberto Mora linking up with Alvarado, Romo linking up with Quiñones, who has been tearing up this tournament, and Raúl Jiménez still in great form as well, goal scoring wise. So this Mexico team has looked really solid, but like I said before, their opposition has been South Africa, South Korea, the Czech Republic, and Ecuador. So like this is by far the best team that Mexico has faced this tournament, and this is where I want to see what Mexico can do. Sure, they are playing at home at the Azteca, and sure, they have the altitude, but they've never gone up against a team like England. England are not a team that really brings me a lot of confidence either, right? Because they've also have their struggles. So like, I don't know. This could go like either way. I have no idea what's gonna happen. This is gonna go pretty crazy, I think. Keshab, thank you so much for joining. Season predictions coming soon. Su CR7 never give up. What are the season predictions again? Mexico is the perfect mindset to win this game, but they will probably commit some kink or blunder. So if they go 2-0 losing in the second half, the fans will set the stadium on fire. Probably they will. I think England is gonna edge past 1-0. I think England wins 1-0. A game too far for England. We haven't looked good once. Thank you so much for joining, Dave Street. No, England has not looked good. But Mexico has not played an opponent like England. They have not faced an attack like England so far. So I don't know. But I feel like this is gonna be very close, and it's also gonna be very intense. The empanadas are on point. It's almost 10 p.m. here in Argentina, so it's a late dinner today. I should have had dinner before, but I was busy on Have Hope's stream slandering Brazil. The Brazil slander had to be done, okay? I'm a prime hater. The Brazil slander had to be done. So we're having dinner now. I also know that this game is relatively late for most of the people that usually watch me, especially the European ones, but like this game is pure World Cup. This is like the prime World Cup game. Except like some match involving Brazil, some match involving Argentina, Germany. This is the prime World Cup game. At the Azteca as well. This is what I want to see. Apparently it stopped raining just in time for the start of the game. The rain has stopped. So the pitch is going to be very wet. It's going to be very slippery. The ball is going to roll very fast. So we could see some high-paced action, some very good attacking play. But now the rain has calmed down. Okay, so thankfully, the Mexican fans have not shouted the P word at Pickford the moment he got the ball. They're just booing. If they had just thrown out the P word at the first time that Pickford touched the ball, would have been very bad. I'm sure somebody did on the stands though. Yo, what was the camera direction doing? Ah, man, don't remind me. Pato, no. I don't want to think about Boca right now. Like, the last thing that I want to think about, like, I would honestly wish that the World Cup could last forever and I could only see this type of matches and the Argentina national team and not have to worry about Boca and his antics. Like, I believe in Vasco Arrobarrena, but like we play against O'Higgins the moment the World Cup ends. Like I might as well just end it after the World Cup. Oh, that was bad from Rice. Could VAR have a check on that? That was bad from Rice. When he with his studs up and hit Romo on the head with the studs. Could VAR have a look on that? They're attending to Romo with the medical staff. I mean, that's at least a yellow. At the very least. with the studs to the head, really? Okay, no VAR check. Okay, Mora, I respect it. They still have the ball though. Alvarado on the right hand side. This is what I mean. The game is 0-0. It's the third minute, and they're chanting "Ole Ole." What are they doing? I hate the Mexican fan base so much. They don't understand how the Ole Ole works. You don't chant it when it's 0-0, and you're just passing the ball between the center backs. Like, what are they doing? This is why I want Mexico out. These kind of things. It's so cringe. It's actually so cringe. Actually disgusting, man. All right, Kane trying to get the ball. Good play from Jude. So far, the only thing that England has done is long ball from Pickford and Inshallah for Kane, and they've lost possession again. Saka couldn't control that. I mean, England. It's only been 4 minutes, but yeah, Jude is saying calma, calma. Because England had to do better than this. Like, so far, I don't think they've tried to play the ball, like, at all. They've just been hoofing it up. 4-4-2 hoof ball, like Sean Dyche. Oh, that is a dangerous pass, but Rangel makes it work for Gilberto Mora. I like that Mora seems to be playing with no fear, like, whatsoever. These kids are built different. Like, at 17, 18, they have like no awareness of what's of the stage that they're in, of the setting, and they just play freely. There they go again with the ole ole. I hate it here. No foul. Apparently there is a foul. And Kane is already talking to the referee. It's already getting heated. It's already getting heated. Okay, it was a foul, and Lira was pulling in the shirt, and then he grabbed the ball to time waste. Could have been a yellow, but then again, he didn't give a yellow to Rice for placing his studs on somebody's face. So, like, what is gonna be a yellow? Like, a yellow needs to be an attempt of an assassination, and the red card is only when you actually kill somebody. All right, 7 minutes. Absolutely nothing has happened. England finally playing out from the back instead of just playing long with Pickford. That's a good pass from Nico Riley. And let's see what Bellingham can do. He finds Gordon. Gordon on the left. Up against Sanchez. And he wins a corner. Sanchez gives away the corner. Let's see now. Corner for England. This is what they know. This is the Premier League special. Declan Rice on it. Showing what Arteta showed you. Showing what Arteta taught you. Alright, first with Saka. Saka now puts in the cross. Very bad cross from Saka. Very poor cross by Saka. Alright, England playing out from the back again. At least they are stringing a few passes together. They are not just hoofing the ball away like before. But Mexico defending on that middle block, which seems to be very popular at this World Cup. Like I swear, most teams do this nowadays, where it's just 4-4-2, defending a mid block, not allow any space in between the lines. Don't press when the center backs have it to not leave yourself exposed and let your midfield be overrun by a 1-2. But also stay away from your box so a simple cross cannot threaten you. I feel like this has become the standard way of defending. 4-4-2 mid block, away from the box. Lira trying to appeal for a foul, but that was clearly nothing, and so it's going to be a throw-in for England. All right, Nico Riley on the throw-in. That's just gonna... Oh my god. How can England not even take a throw-in, man? Gordon cannot get to it. Bro. Professional footballer cannot even take a throw-in. There we have Mr. President Gianni next to the Mexico legends. And I think the England legends were also there in that. Oh, that is dangerous. The pressing from England is very intense on Rangel when he tries to play out. But Mexico have done well to deal with it, thanks to Gilberto Mora dropping back to try and help with the build-up. Now it's Mexico's turn on the ball, and that attempt to find Sanchez on the right wasn't very nice, but Sanchez does recover the ball. And so Mexico are once again building from behind. Right, Gilberto Mora. Raúl Jiménez is away from the box, but he finds Alvarado. And Mexico go back again. The long ball for Jimenez is not going to work. Bellingham is all the way on the left, man. Now Elliot Anderson is over there. What is England trying to do playing out from the back? Okay, they are shifting positions with the players, but like England kind of find no space to receive the ball comfortably. Mexico's marking really well. But I understand some of these tactical shifts in position by England. Long ball for Saka. Saka couldn't control it. That is kind of what you have to do against these middle blocks. Long ball over the top, behind the back of the center backs. Try to find somebody making a run. In that occasion, Saka couldn't control it, and so it was an easy catch for Rangel. Goal kick, says the ref. On Jesus Gallardo. No, it was a corner. Saka was the last one to touch it. It was a corner. It was a corner. Okay, Lira does well to find Sanchez on the right. What is Sanchez gonna do? Does he overlap with Alvarado? Alvarado is gonna whip in the cross. That is a good cross. Oh my god, what a save! What a save by Pickford! What a save by Pickford! First clear chance. Amazing cross by Alvarado. And the diving header of Raul Jimenez to the near post. And what a hand by Jordan Pickford to make that save. Incredible save from Pickford. And Mexico hit with the first chance. And now they have a corner. Finally, the game lights up. All that possession that Mexico had was for that moment. Amazing. Let's see with the cross now. Alvarado cleared away from the near post. And it's going to be another corner by Bellingham. Cleared by Bellingham on the near post. And now it's going to be another corner for Mexico. Alvarado once again to take it. What an amazing save from Pickford on the first one on Raul Jimenez. Let's see now. Another crossing by Alvarado. Cleared away by O'Reilly. And now Lira gets the ball again. Ooh. First clear chance of the game to Mexico. Jesus Gallardo doesn't get to it. I don't know why Jesus Gallardo is pushing so much instead of a guy like Quiñones. If Quiñones was on that left side pushing forward, I feel like Mexico would be creating a lot more play than with Gallardo. Mexico is playing well though. Wasn't that a handball? What is the ref doing? That was a handball by Kwanzaa. Nothing like a good chunk of empanadas, man. Empanadas are a blessing from the sky. All right. Mexico had the most clear chance of the game so far. How does England respond? What is England's approach now? England gives the ball away. Nice from Romo. Quiñones up against Saka. He says to play backwards. Oh, Gilberto Mora. Amazing 1-2. Mora with the shot blocked by Declan Rice. But England are struggling. Free kick to England now. Cesar Montes complaining to the referee. I don't know. That didn't seem like a foul on Bellingham, to be honest. Alright, it's already been like 20 minutes. I'm gonna end the poll. Most people seem to be going with Mexico so far. 5 people. 3 went for Mexico. 2 went for England. Alright, Gehi playing out from the back for Gordon. Anthony Gordon now. Escaping down the left-hand side. Oh, amazing run from Gordon. Oh, is that a handball? Apparently that's not a handball from Lira. But the ball does go out for a corner. England have another set piece. Okay, yeah, it is a handball, but it's an accidental one. After it bounced in between his legs like this, and that's not a handball. It's in natural position. It's not a handball. Oh, I don't know about Jorge Sanchez trying to mark O'Reilly, and O'Reilly's trying to obstruct the view of Rangel. O'Reilly's even bigger than Rangel. England proposing the dark arts of Arteta. Declan Rice with the cross. The header comes out. It's cleared away by the Mexican defense. And England have another throwing. The game is close so far, but Mexico has looked better on the ball than England. I gotta say. Alright, ball goes out for a goal kick. Tuchel doesn't look happy, and I wouldn't be happy either. Like, England are having a bit of a stinker so far. And I did not expect this to be easy for England. I think this would be their hardest game so far, and they struggled against lesser opposition. But, like, England have not played well so far. Long ball over the top for Raul Jimenez, gets cleared away. Albert, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. Fox has such bad transmission, they heavily rely on star player cameras, then it eliminates the rest of the pitch. That is awful. That is actually awful. What, so they have a cam focusing on Kane, then another on Bellingham. Who do they even have for Mexico? Like, Raul Jimenez, Gilberto Mora. Like, that is horrible. Alright. Hydration break. Or should I say advertisement break? And so far, there has been only one clear chance this game, and it has gone the way of Mexico. That header, that diving header by Raul Jimenez was really good, but the save from Pickford was insane. The save from Pickford was money. England have to up their game. Like Tuchel is gonna have a word with his players because so far, not much from England on the ball. To be honest, they've had two set pieces and not much else. Building up from the back has been difficult for England so far. So the stats show the possession being um, very equal. England obviously hasn't taken a shot yet. I mean, that header from Raul Jimenez, like, incredible stuff. How is that only 0.19 xg on target? Like, I understand it not being high xg, but it being only 0.19 on target. Like, if it goes right there near the post from that angle, how is that not such a clear chance? That is insane. The save from Pickford was incredible. Like, England have just not looked good so far. All right, players walking back out onto the pitch. I'm gonna turn the heater on. Like, it's so cold out here. Kinda insane what the Argentinian winter has been doing to me and having to stay up late for these World Cup games. But I love it. I love this type of game. We've already seen Brazil go out. Will England join them on that side of the bracket? Imagine we have like Norway, Mexico. Like, that's such. Oh, the battle of the underdogs. Anthony Gordon keeps it in play, to be fair. That is a good play from Gordon. He tries to have a shot, saved by Rangel. Honestly, like, that was really good from Gordon to like keep it in play. But I think it was a bit of an optimistic shot to take. Goes in between the legs of Montes, and I mean, very easy on Rangel to make that save. And now free kick to who? Apparently, Raul Jimenez fouled Consa on that one, according to the ref. But at least England record their first shot on target. Gordon not able to control that ball. How many million pounds from Barca, by the way? How many euros? Oh, the press from England. Very effective now at dispossessing the Mexican team. I don't know why Kane is dropping in so deep though. Oh, great from Romo to recover that ball. Alvarado playing a bit too central now. Oh, great from Jude to recover that ball. Oh, look at Sanchez stripping the ball away from Bellingham, and this could be an opportunity for Mexico. Sanchez gets denied. Gilberto Mora trying to make that pass happen for Sanchez. It just goes out for a goal kick. Oh, yeah. It's nerve-wracking. It's a nerve-wracking game. Not much has been going on, but you know that whoever scores first is going to have so much energy behind them. Oh, great tackle now from Sanchez on Bellingham again. Okay, the ref gives a warning to Lira. Oh, that was a foul from Sanchez on Bellingham, to be fair. That was 100% a foul. All right. Mexico playing out from the back again. Again, all of these teams defending on a 4-4-2 formation on a mid block. It does get kind of boring to see everybody defend the same way. Saka has been out of it this entire World Cup, but this game so far has been disastrous. Like, there's been 30 minutes of football less because of the advertisement break and all of the times that the play has stopped. But like, every time that Saka has gotten on the ball, it has been a poor touch, man. Poor touch after poor touch from Saka. Sus Gallardo with the cross, cleared away by Kwanzaa. Rice isn't able to keep it in play, and so Mexico get another throw in. Quiñones keeps the ball from Anderson. Hello, Willow. Millón amigos para ser más fuertes. Hello, Willow. Thank you so much for joining. So far, a bit of a nothing game. The only one clear chance was for Mexico earlier. Both teams kind of sizing each other up, but like England has been poor on the ball. Gilberto Mora is playing with absolutely no fear, and I respect them. I respect that so much. Great play from Quiñones. Is he gonna have a shot? Okay, yeah, he's gonna try to have a shot, Romo, but it goes over the crossbar. Roberto Carlos the singer. Fair enough. Oh, great from Lira. Is that not a foul on Lira? Crazy. The refs seem to be a lot more. I mean, they seem happy just letting the teams play. Which, on one hand, I respect. On the other, I don't know. I feel like you should be calling some of those fouls. It's not really fair to not give away some fouls just because you want the game to be, to stop the game less. Okay, good recovery from Mexico. Quiñones up against Kwanzaa. And Mexico are just gonna recycle the ball backwards. Mexico just hasn't found Quiñones in a good position. Every time that Quiñones has gotten the ball, it has either been in midfield or stretched too much out wide to make a difference. Quiñones is not going to be the kind of guy to run past two defenders and whipping across or putting a shot on target. He needs to run into space. He needs to finish the play quickly. Him receiving the ball that out wide kind of hinders his ability to impact the game. Vasquez, is he whipping across? He is, but it's a bit too far. And Sanchez doesn't get to it, so it's a throw-in for England now. England has not been having a good time so far. Yeah, Muka, I agree. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. England have looked sloppy. They do not look good on the ball, like, whatsoever. They lose possession super quickly. They cannot progress into the final third. Nobody's really doing anything for England. There they go again. Jude tries to head it back, and it just lands on a Mexican. Mexico so far, it feels like they've dominated possession. Chances have been spread out, but I feel like Mexico has had the best one. All right, Romo trying to pass backwards. Hello, Patrick. Thank you so much for joining. I am not surprised in the slightest. Like, I thought it was a 50-50 game, and honestly, I kind of had Norway winning, but I didn't say it. Ooh, that was a good attempt. Another cross in behind England's back line to try and find Raul Jimenez, but he's not able to get a touch on it before Pickford comes off his line to collect it. And here comes England now. Let's see if Saka can make something happen on the 1v1 against... oh, and there it is. England hasn't looked good on the ball whatsoever, but that's exactly what they needed. That's exactly what they needed. That is exactly what they needed. Just a running behind from Saka around Jesus Gallardo, whipping across, and Bellingham is there. Diving header past Rangel, and that is the first goal that Mexico has conceded this World Cup. For the first time this tournament, they go behind. From a play that started on the opposing box, with Pickford collecting across, coming off his line, putting Saka on the run. Saka around Jesus Gallardo, whips in across, and after Harry Kane goes past it, everyone was looking at Kane, while Sanchez loses Bellingham on the far post, and with a simple diving header, puts the ball in the back of the fishnet. And just like that, despite playing pretty trash for the entire first half, England are up. Yeah, I mean, kind of like Canada and Morocco again, where Canada dominated Morocco for the majority of that game, just for them to concede one goal due to a defensive blunder. And here comes England again. Oh, this could be two. Harry Kane slicing into the middle, and it's two. And it's two, and it's Bellingham again. And it's Bellingham again. Disaster for Mexico. Mr. Krabs, you're out just in time, because they concede once, instantly they concede twice, playing from the middle, and that's gotta sting if you're Mexican. Because England had done absolutely nothing. In fact, Mexico had had that opportunity with the diving header of Raul Jimenez, the amazing save from Pickford, keeping the clean sheet for England. And now look at this. Romo, actually it's Mora, it's Gilberto Mora who loses the ball in the midfield. The quick transition gets the ball out wide for Kane. Kane, instead of being selfish and trying to go for the shot, slides it backwards for Bellingham, who once again scores the easiest goal of his life. Another tap in. Once again, Lira and Sanchez losing his man. Relax, Patrick. It's not going to be 7-1. But those are two very quick goals that England have scored, that Bellingham has scored past Mexico. I did not expect this either. I did expect England to win. I said England 1-0, but I didn't expect Mexico to collapse so quickly. So quickly. Yeah, they knocked the ball in away from Gilberto Mora, and suddenly they were in the run with a man advantage in transition. And that's gotta sting if you're Mexico, because now you're struggling to find one goal. Now you have an incredible amount of pressure trying to find two. And like I said, Mexico, it's not like they had created a lot, but they had created the only chance of the game. And they were looking better. They were building up from the back and treating the ball better. Well, England were struggling to set their foot into the game, but they just needed an opportunity. When the opportunity was given to them, they took it. I mean, we said this. Mexico hasn't faced an attack like England's. Yeah, exactly that, Mr. Krabs. They conceded one, and as soon as they play from the middle, Gilberto Mora gets dispossessed, and suddenly they blinked and they were 2-0 down. Oh, look at what Bellingham is doing to them. Bellingham is toying with those. Okay, now Gordon gets dispossessed, and that's a throwing for Mexico. But what now for Mexico? Okay, so obviously step number one, get a goal. Put yourself back into the game. But obviously that's easier said than done. That's what they've been trying to do. That's what they've been trying to do this entire first half. And it hasn't really worked out. Alright, the ref gives Mexico a foul. Saka says that guy dove. Saka has been working a lot defensively as well, on top of him being the guy who got the assist for the first goal. But he's also been tracking back, helping Kwanzaa on that right-hand side. Yeah, Mexico faces a real team, and well, it doesn't look pretty so far. But let's see, they have a free kick here. That is a good cross. Is that it? Yes, that's it. No! Is it disallowed? No. It's in. Mexico get one back through Quiñones. That's exactly what they needed. Put yourself back into the game. Quiñones rallies the crowd back behind him. It's such a shame that they had to concede twice so quickly, but Mexico are still in it. That's exactly what they needed. Putting a cross into the box. Such poor defending. As soon as you said that. Such poor defending from England. Everybody's on side. Yeah, I was afraid when they weren't really celebrating that something was off with that chance. Oh, that is just poor. That is just poor from Konsa. It looks like it's gonna be a thrilling game. That is poor defending on the side of Konsa. Konsa with his back to the ball hits it with the back heel trying to clear it, and the ball runs right at the feet of Quiñones, who strikes a thunder into Pickford's net. And Mexico has gotten into it, thanks to their star man, Julián Quiñones. 4 goals for Julián Quiñones on 5 appearances this World Cup. And Mexico are right back in it. That is the momentum they needed. Let's see what happens now. Because Mexico were looking better. If they can continue playing like they were before, but add in this amount of finishing, they can really go at England. They really can. That is a good ball for Sanchez. Sanchez, he wins the ball. Okay, that's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, that's a goal kick. Sanchez against Nico O'Reilly. I don't know if it was a goal kick, actually. On that replay, it kind of looks like O'Reilly gets a touch too. But okay. I believe it started raining again. Not like a lot, but a little bit. Oh, they actually did the P word now on Pickford. Hoping that FIFA doesn't notice that. I'm pretty sure I heard the P word. Alright, Gilberto Mora. That is a good ball for Quiñones. Oh, it gets cleared away by Conza. That had been a really good ball over the top from Gilberto Mora, trying to find Quiñones once again. And it was Rice actually who cleared it away before Conza could get to it. Let's see now, Jesus Gallardo. Gallardo with the cross for Raúl Jiménez, heads it back, cleared away by Anderson. But here's Alvarado once again. Alvarado trying to get past Anderson. That's going to be a throw for Mexico. Sanchez throwing into the box, cleared away. All right, Mexico are spamming these crosses a little bit, but that could work. Oh, it's just wide. Just wide by Raúl Jiménez. Just wide by Raúl Jiménez. I was saying that Mexico maybe are spamming these crosses a bit too much. But Quiñones heads it back. And Raúl Jiménez appears on the edge of the box to have a volley. The volley bounces on the floor and goes just wide of the post of Pickford. I nearly look like a fool. We haven't seen this team react. Yeah, exactly, because Mexico hadn't conceded before this, so we had never actually seen what they would look like going behind in a game. Well, tell you what, not only going 1-0 down, going 2-0 down back to back so quickly, many teams would have crumbled. But Mexico not giving up. That goal from Quiñones, keeping them in the game. And the momentum. I mean, the first goal from Bellingham was clearly against the run of play. Mexico had total dominance during that period of time. They hadn't been able to create a good chance out of it. But what's so tragic is that after a chance that they created came the counter-attack from which England scored after not creating anything this entire game. England has looked so bad, and yet they are winning this game. If this was a FIFA friendly, I would have quit. Dude, they conceded in the 36th and 38th minute. Like, that was crazy. But they came back stronger than ever. Crossing by Alvarado. That is a good ball. Oh my god, what a save by Pickford. What a save by Pickford, dude. Pickford is turning into the hero for England. If it wasn't for Bellingham's 2 goals and Pickford's heroics, Mexico would be winning this game. The header from Raúl Jiménez over Conza. Conza has been having a shocker so far. Disaster class in defending from Conza so far. And the ball goes over the top, which, gives Pickford enough time to fly and get his team fingertips on it, away from the top corner. And now a corner kick for Mexico. Their crosses have been really effective so far. England losing on the aerial duels. Another header. Sanchez. No! No, Cesar Montes. How did he miss that? Oh, he didn't miss it. Jude cleared it. He's onside, by the way. Oh, Montes. You have to finish that quicker. Cleared away by Bellingham. Oh my god, Raul Jimenez. Heading it over for Montes from the corner. And Montes stops it with his belly. And before he has time to finish in front of Pickford, Bellingham comes out of nowhere to put that ball away. And now it's another corner for Mexico. Gilberto Mora delivers the cross, cleared away. Does Ochoa save those 2 goals? 2014 Ochoa? Sure. Current Ochoa? Hell nah. Alright. Last minute of stoppage time. Last ball of the first half. What can Mexico do? I mean, you kind of have to put this one into the box, or else the referee is going to end the first half. Alright. Gallardo. Now Quiñones again. Nice. I'm saying nice as if I want Mexico to win. I want England to win, but like, I also want to see a game. It would be really interesting if Mexico equalize. The referee is going to blow his whistle. Put it into the box. Quiñones. Quiñones puts it into the box. Pickford doubts a little bit to come off his line. But look at Anthony Gordon. That's not a foul. No, how is that a foul? That is so stupid. How is that a foul? Gordon literally crashes into Sanchez. And apparently that's a foul. Nah. Insane that the ref gave that as a foul from Sanchez on Gordon. Insane. And that's going to be the end of the first half too. Insane that the ref gave that as a foul from Sanchez on Gordon. That was crazy. Like, what is the ref smoking? Crazy. Crazy stuff. Insane, man. Alright. What an insane first half, though. Really, really enjoy that. Thoroughly enjoy that. Thoroughly enjoy that. England playing some absolutely rubbish football in that first half. But they managed to make it work. Harris, thank you so much for joining. Good game so far. Good game. Original predicted 4-1 for Mexico. That is insane. At least predicted Quiñones and Bellingham to score. Alright, fair enough. Let's look at the stats for this game. Let's see what Football has to say about this performance so far. I mean, obviously, given Bellingham man of the match so far because of those 2 goals, but I mean, fair enough. Look at this. 36, 38, 42. We had a stretch of 3 goals in 6 minutes. This was insane. Like, Bellingham scores completely against the run of play, by the way. Completely against the run of play. Oh, okay, I guess. Why is... I don't understand why this graph, this momentum graph, is so in favor of England here. Because you see here the momentum spike for Mexico, and literally 1 minute later, England get the goal. And suddenly, I mean, this one I understand the momentum being for England because they are in the break. They recover the ball from the halfway line, and Jude gets a second goal. But then instantly, the momentum swings right back up into Mexico, and they get the equalizer. But look at this spike at the end of the first half. The highest momentum for Mexico, right at the death. Insane. Insane. Some of the shots that were taken. I mean, basically, England getting a lot of XG because the 2 goals by Bellingham, 0.35. 0.31 xg. They were a guaranteed goal on target because Rangel was totally beat. But then instantly, Quiñones with a thunder. This first header by Raúl Jiménez, insane save by Pickford. I don't understand how this XG on target isn't that. This header by Jiménez as well at the end of the first half, trying to go over the crossbar. Another incredible save by Pickford. I mean, it's been a good game. Been a good game. Both teams taking their chances. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. All right. Let me bring up the chat again. The second half is gonna be cinema. If Mexico keep playing like this, yeah. England is not making it through this. We'll see. So far they are. If you're English, you can relax that you stayed up for this. Did Mora show his inexperience in the first half? I think that no. I mean, Mora was dispossessed for the second goal, which was obviously really bad. But besides that, Morita was playing with no fear whatsoever. Mora was playing football out there. It's just, yeah, he got dispossessed. You can say that that's inexperience, but also in his inexperience, he's playing with the least fear out of everybody in Mexico. He's showing no fear whatsoever. I'm gonna end up catching a cold with the low temperatures here in Buenos Aires. Yeah, that first chance by Jimenez was insane. All right, Chad. I told you, the people who stayed during the Brazil-Norway watch-along, that there was a video that we would watch during halftime of this game. And I'm gonna show you right now. This is an interview that Channel 9 did with Messi when he was first breaking out into the scene. And this is for like a comedy show, so you know it's gonna be good already. I don't know, there's no way for me to get like subtitles, right? No, there are no subs for this, unavailable. Not even like the trash AI ones. All right, I'll try to do my best to narrate through. Oh, I think I have no sound. All right, that's a brick. I have no sound on my computer. There we go. You can tell this is very like mid-2000s.
Lionel Messi. Barcelona, qué lindo.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Gonna get copyright stricken.
Así no vamos a ningún lado, papá. Así no se va a ningún lado, hijo.
Mira qué lindo las obras de Gaudí.
Pero ¿dónde estará este muchacho? No lo puedo ver. Messi no vio, ¿no?
A Messi.
No, a Messi. No, ni lo conozco. Ni lo conozco. A Messi lo vio, chico, no. No lo vieron, no. Listo. Juega. Petizo, Messi. Messi.
That must be so awful if somebody approaches you like that.
La iglesia, la Sagrada Familia de Gaudí.
Ya me recorrí todo Barcelona, papá, y no lo encuentro. Me queda el acuario, pero no
¿El
creo que
acuario?
esté acá adentro.
Messi nadando con los tiburones, mirá.
I don't remember this part.
¿Dónde está, nene? ¿Dónde está este pibe?
Ahí está Messi.
Vamos, por favor, te pido, vení. Vamos a jugar al fútbol. ¿Qué haces ahí? Vení, vamos. Sí, yo. ¿Acá? Ballena, me decís vos a mí. Ahí te lo voy a agarrar. Dale, vamos a jugar al fútbol. Pelota. Claro, déjate de joder.
Oh, we found it.
Señores, va a ver a Messi, si no funciona.
Sale cualquiera en el diario, no lo puedo creer, te pibe juega al fútbol, no lo puedo creer, papá. ¿De quién cómo es que llegó este muchacho acá? No saben nada. Perdón, muchacho, pero el papelón ya me lo llevo a Messi. Es un desastre mal, ¿eh?
It's so bad.
Perdón,
So
¿ya
bad.
terminaste de entrenar? No, mami, no, qué blandito esta vieja, ¿cómo no se van a ir al deseo?
Look at this motherfucker. Bro, Not even Chubby Messi. He's so young.
Eso. Vamos a hacer una cosita. Tírame esto, nene. ¿Sabes qué es esto, no? No es para sacar la nerca del horno. Esto no es para atajar. Sí, no, estoy jodiendo. Si sos tan top, pateamos penal, pase de... A este melomorfo crudo, papá.
No, Messi.
Ya vos, qué gordo de mierda.
Ya le atajé uno.
He called him a fat fuck for saving that penalty. Hey, Messi, no. Messi, you can say that. Messi, you can call him that. Messi, is this your hero? Is this your hero? He's calling people a fat fuck. Hey, no way. How did he miss that penalty, by the way? Honestly, Messi has never changed. That house has always been taking penalties. That's always how Messi takes penalties. Nothing has changed. That is a normal thing now.
Ahora tiene segundo.
Me atajó de nuevo. Gordo que tenés, gordo. No te pateo más.
Pero no te calenté, papá, si te la atajé. Es obvio, papito. Lo tuyo. Mira, anda mañana, tranquilo, que ahora hablamos en el estadio, a solas, te espero en el estadio. Yo te voy a sacar adelante. Lo tuyo es algo que está arriba. Top, importante. Pero papá, fumá.
El Nou Camp de Barcelona.
¿Dónde está este muñeco, por el amor de Dios?
¿Estás seguro? ¿Estás buscando?
Sí, papá, vos te estoy buscando, metele bomba, dale que tengo el auto en marcha, vamos antes que se avisten, dale, vamos. ¿Cómo? ¿A dónde vamos? Mirá lo que es esto, la gente se da cuenta, papá, vení que te cuento lo tuyo, no es el fútbol, vení que te explico, papito, vení. Sí, escuchame una cosa, papá, escuchame. Estás hablando, primero estás hablando de un tipo que sabe de esto, un rato largo.
¿Qué es, gordito? Si vos tenés menos fútbol que Villiquen.
It's gonna be basically, it is. The 90s soccer style.
Escuchame una cosa, papi. El tema es así, papá. Vos tenés que trabajar en la televisión.
Mirá.
Vos tenés que trabajar.
Messi has to
¿Cómo?
be on TV.
¿Dónde?
He has to work on TV.
Tinelli.
Sí.
Sí, Tinelli, que no te va. Número uno, chau, chau.
¿Quién te mandó, gordo? ¿El técnico de Costa Marfil?
Who sent you here? Ivory Coast.
No, Messi me va a sacar el fútbol.
The coach of Ivory Coast. Because
Yo te voy a
I
hacer
think
actor.
Argentina and Ivory Coast were gonna play in the 06 World Cup. Who sent you here? The coach of Ivory Coast.
Actor, mirá, papá, hasta parece novelito esa caripuela que tenés. Mirá qué lindo que es Musi Messi, vamos, vení conmigo, papito. Lo tengo.
Señores, va a ser actor.
Buenas noches, Argentina, estamos aquí desde Cataluña, estamos en el estadio del Barcelona para hacer todo este último programa hermoso de Showmatch.
El señor Humor.
Miren quién está con nosotros, el señor Humor. Fuerte el aplauso para el señor Humor. Muy bien. Dígame, cuénteme, señor Humor.
Juan corre menos.
He looks like Anthony Gordon, man. That is actually Anthony Gordon. It's a replica. It looks just like him.
¿Y el Pinino?
Juan corre menos. ¿Y el Pinino?
Más.
No. Bueno, veo que le gustó el señor Humor. ¿Tiene otro, señor Humor?
¿Sabés lo que tengo, gordo Ballena?
I cannot, man.
Diga, porque estoy...
It's like asking, do you have another joke? Do you know what I have, by the way? Messi, you can say that.
Escucha. Ernesto corta el pasto. ¿Y el toro?
¿Qué dice? Ernesto corta el pasto.
¿Y el toro?
¿Y el toro?
Flores.
Bueno, le sigue gustando, así que uno más. Le pido el último. A ver.
Famoso jugador de fútbol
Sí.
cuyo apellido es una oveja que afirma.
Famous footballer whose name is a sheep affirming.
Espere, déjame pensar.
Una oveja.
Con este te maté. Ni en pedo lo sacás.
Famoso jugador de fútbol cuyo apellido es una oveja que afirma. ¿Cómo se llama?
Messi.
That is so bad. That is so trash. That is so trash. Is my voice too low? Is actually my voice too low? It may be. Or maybe it's too high on the clip. Maybe it's too high on the clip. That joke is so bad.
Bueno, ahora sí, fuerte el
This
aplauso.
would be impossible to do
Estamos
today.
con Lionel Messi, amigo.
This
Queremos que
would be
nos mandes un
impossible
saludo a
to do
Marcelo y a
today.
toda la Argentina, ¿sí?
Bueno, Marce, te mando un abrazo grande. Me divertí mucho hoy y bueno, le deseo a toda la Argentina una feliz fiesta. Que el año próximo sea un buen año para toda la Argentina y que juntos festejemos el mundial que vamos a ganar.
Promising that we were gonna win the World Cup. Well, it took you a few more years, Lionel. It took you like 16 years after that, but appreciate it. We were close in 06. We were close in 06. It was Peckerman's fault for not putting you on. Oh my god, man. This would be impossible to do today. This would be impossible to do today with the current Messi. Even then, it's so cool, so cool. And he was still like very shy, very quiet about it. But that makes it even more impressive that he actually agreed to do something like this. Like that's insane, crazy. Messi left the coolest one. Oh yeah. It really was Anthony Gordon. All right, back to the World Cup. Actually, coming back for the second half here. Let's try to see how can Mexico respond, and let's see if England can actually play some football, because so far it has been atrocious, the football from the side of England. But the good thing for England is that they are 2-0 up. Players walking out from the tunnel. Yeah. All right. England finally walking out onto the pitch. Like, Mexico has been out on the pitch for like 2 minutes now. Did Saka get subbed out? They were talking about it in the broadcast. Did Saka get subbed out? Ooh, Edson Alvarez is coming on for Mexico. All right. Cesar Montes subbed out. And Edson Alvarez comes in with the captain's armband already. All right. Edson, you've not been in good form. Time to show up. Trying to bring, I guess, then is it a 3 at the back for Mexico, or is Edson Alvarez playing center back? I think that Mexico are gonna pass it backwards and try to kick it towards the left. Oh, I didn't start the timer. It's a few seconds behind. 2 seconds behind, literally. It's fine. Yeah, it literally is a 3 at the back for Mexico. It's a 3 at the back for Mexico, unless it's just this formation with the fullbacks pushing forward and Edson Alvarez sitting in between the center backs. All right, Konsa playing long. No, it is a 3 at the back. It is 3 at the back for Mexico. Even when they're out of possession, it's 3 at the back. So Edson Alvarez and Lira double pivot. And what, Morita and Romo out on the wings? Question mark? All right, let's see how the 3-4-3 works for Mexico. Trying to get that equalizer, that second goal. Ooh, Edson Alvarez, that is dangerous, playing out from the back, but the referee has a bit of pity on the Mexican midfielder and gives that a foul from Kane. Was that a foul from Kane? Yeah, it was a little touch. You can give that foul, but like, that is really soft. All right, the ball out wide for Alvarado. Alvarado with the cross gets intercepted, and that's going to be a throw-in for Mexico. Mexico, well, you can't deny that they're bringing the intensity once again. But I think it's just going to be cross and inshallah once again. And to be fair to them, it has been working. Like, England does not know how to deal with these crosses. They have not dealt with it well whatsoever. And Kane is having to drop so deep. The fact, you know, Kane's best game against Congo was when he didn't have to drop so deep to actually help. That is a good recovery from Mexico on the midfield. Okay, Quiñones, we don't need to be shooting from 40 yards out. All right, Kane, again playing as the number 10, basically. Kwanzaa spreading his wings. All right, here's Anthony Gordon up against Sanchez. That is a good through ball from... Oh, that was a good through ball from Anthony Gordon. But nobody was there from England to tap it in. Oof. Good through ball from Anthony Gordon for Nico O'Reilly. And O'Reilly slits it to the middle. But nobody's there to tap it in. Very brave from Johan Vasquez to open his legs like that and allow the ball to go behind him. Like, if anybody was behind him ready to tap that in, that was dangerous. Oh, Kane with the shot from distance. Hits the post. Hits the post. Out of nowhere. A poor deflection. Oh, here comes another cross. Cleared away. A poor clearance by Mexico allows Kane to have a shot from the outside of the box all alone. Hits the post. And Mexico escape. So close to a third for England. All right, Saka now. Passing it backwards. Anthony Gordon up against Alvarado. Anthony Gordon gets past, but the pass is not good. All right, and Mexico just puts it away. O'Reilly, like, this is why O'Reilly needed to start as well. Like, a lot more pressure going forward. Overlapping with Anthony Gordon and giving England much needed width. Raul Jimenez trying to recover the ball. Ooh, that pass back for Pickford was a bit complicated, but he managed to deal with it well. Anshu, thank you so much for joining. I really hope Argentina wins the next game against Egypt. Don't opponent is easy. Every match is a challenge. I hope Argentina learn from their mistakes and win the match against Egypt. Vamos Argentina. I hope the same. It's not going to be easy. I agree with that. But if we have learned our mistakes from the Cabo Verde game, we should be able to come out victorious. But Egypt is another team that we have to be very careful of. We're gonna be here with the watch-along on Tuesday. I have a sneak feeling that I have to give that watch-along from school because I come out of my class at the same time as the game starts. So we'll see what happens there for that watch-along. Ooh, that is a good ball for Gordon. He's gonna get to it. And once again, Anthony Gordon on the one-on-one against Sanchez. Oh, that was a blatant dive from Anthony Gordon, but why did the ref stop play? Apparently because a Mexican is on the floor. But yeah, he didn't give the foul to Gordon. Like, and I thought there was a blatant dive as well. What I don't understand is how that is not a yellow for Gordon if he's diving like that. Ooh, that was bad from Kwanzaa on Jesus Gallardo. Is that a red? That could be a red from Kwanzaa on Jesus Gallardo. They're gonna go check it. Oh my god. If that is a red, that could be really bad for England. You see, the thing is, we've seen many instances like this, but the difference is that the intensity, it's not only that you're putting your studs on the calf of Jesus Gallardo, the intensity which you're doing that. It's not like some of the other occasions where it was like a light touch or it was just 1 second or it was a bit clumsy. This is like you're full on diving, slide tackling with your studs up and you hit the calf of the other player. Ladies and gentlemen, Kwanzaa is sent off. Kwanzaa is sent off. Unbelievable. England down to 10 men for the rest of the game. And I mean, there's not much to argue against it. Like, why is Kwanzaa going slide tackling with his studs up? A separate question for rank: do you usually communicate in English or Spanish in school among your friends or with your family? No, Spanish. Only in Spanish. Like my family, besides my sister, nobody knows English like that well. Now the Mexicans have started with the "sí, sí puede." Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So corny. No. With my family and friends and school, I only speak in Spanish, español. I only speak English with my online friends, basically. Oh, another cross into the box, cleared away. And what is the substitution gonna be from Tuchel to replace Kwanzaa in the back line? Oh no, Jesus Gallardo cannot be telling that to Kane. Thank you, I appreciate it. Honestly, I feel like I'm better at explaining the game in Spanish because like some of the terminology I may not be like as aware of. And so I end up repeating myself. And because I have to second think everything, like I have to think everything twice before saying it in English, sometimes I get stuck and end up in silence, thinking about what I want to say in English when I'm trying to describe a play. It is huge. What can Mexico do about this now? That shot from O'Reilly, actually, because everybody was marking Kane. That's what I was surprised. I was surprised that Kane was all alone in the edge of the box. It's because it wasn't Kane. It was O'Reilly who had that shot on the edge of the box and hitting the post. All right. What do you got, Mexico? What do you got for us? And let it be known that I still want England to win. But now it's really interesting that Mexico are going to give us a game. And it would be super funny if England go out. The problem is that I don't want to deal with Mexican fans being so arrogant, as Quiñones' shot goes really wide. Mexico doesn't have to get desperate. Like, if they start doing that, trying to hit the ball from distance every time they get a chance. Okay, John Stones is coming onto the pitch. Who's the sacrificial lamb? Saka. Saka subbed out, and in comes John Stones to fill in that back line. I think it's fair. I think that Anthony Gordon has been doing a lot more than Saka. It's harsh, but somebody has to come off to reinforce that back line. And Saka is the one that has sacrificed for it. Like, you're not gonna sub out Kane, you're not gonna sub out Bellingham, you're not gonna sub... Oh, that could be bad. Oh, is that a pen? Pen. Pen for England. Penalty for England. And that is huge. That is massive. So poor from Mexico. So poor from Mexico to let that happen. What even happened? Long ball from Pickford. Kane fights for it. And Montes fights with Edson Alvarez. Somehow the rebound after hitting Edson Alvarez's head bounces off Kane, and the ball is stranded in the middle of no man's land. And Anthony Gordon is the one to pick it up, because Johan Vázquez is nowhere to be seen, Jesus Gallardo is nowhere to be seen. And when Gordon picks up the ball, goes one-on-one with Rangel, and Rangel just clatters him, it's a stonewall penalty. They want to check if Kane is onside, but it's a goal kick. You cannot be offside on a goal kick. So Kane is on, because you cannot be offside on a... You cannot be offside on a goal kick. So the penalty stands. All right, Kane. You have to score this. It may not be a penalty, not be an equalizer, not be to put England in front, but if you put 2 goals of distance again between Mexico and England with 30 minutes to go, you make life a lot easier on yourself, considering you're down to 10 men. So this is a huge penalty for both teams. If England score 2 goals, maybe a bit too much for Mexico to come from in the second half, although you never know, especially being up a man. But if Mexico manages to save this, it's not only keeping the game within arm's reach with you being up a man, but it's also a massive momentum swing. Harry Kane against Rangel. Rangel bounces on the line. Kane goes up. That is an amazing penalty. That is an amazing finish to put England 3-1 up. Rangel dives the right way, but Kane puts so much power into it, buries it into the back of the net, and England are 3-1 up with 30 minutes to go. They're still down to 10 men, but that is massive. Watch out for the cartel. Calma, calma. Calma, calma. Still 30 minutes to go. That is a superb penalty, because Rangel even dived the right way. He gets so close to getting a touch on it, and it still goes in because it has so much power and it's so excellently placed by Harry Kane. Okay, substitutions for Mexico. Out comes Luis Romo, in comes Santi Jimenez, El Bebote, and out comes Gilberto Mora for Gutierrez. Let's see, what can Mexico do now? They're still up a man. Did Mexico take... What? Did Mexico take the restart of the game wrong, so it went to England now? That is crazy. I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing that before. Mexico taking the restart of the game wrong and it being given to England. What? Oh, the riot police. You see, Mr. Krabs, the thing is, the riot police should have been there already because it doesn't matter. Mexicans are gonna riot if they win. So, like, it changes nothing, even if they had won. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Krabs. Like, I think Mexico took the kick of the restart wrong. And the ref gave it to England because of that. I've never seen that before. Okay, Gutierrez now. Quiñones. What can Quiñones do? That is a good through ball. And that's going to be a corner. No, it's going to be a throwing. Good interceptions by John Stones. Alright, Quiñones. Good crossing by Lira. Punched away by Pickford. Alvarado now. Alvarado for Gutierrez. Gutierrez fights for it. It gets to Pickford. Clutch from Pickford. Once again, Pickford has been key for this game, being in favor of England so far. England trying to keep the ball for as much as possible. Now trying to play long for Anthony Gordon. I think Gordon was offside though. The ref is going to let it play on for now. Good from Johan Vasquez to recover the ball. Not offside apparently. Okay. Play on. Now Mexico has the ball anyway. Alright. Quiñones running into space or running into Conza. Alright, Santi Jimenez trying to turn, gets dispossessed, but it's still a throwing for Mexico. The end of the game is going to be really interesting, especially if Mexico manages to find another goal. Quiñones opens for Gallardo. Gallardo against Conza. Cleared away by Stones again. And that's going to be a corner. Corner for Mexico. The Azteca rallying behind the team, knowing that they need to find a goal now. And they're in it because they're up a man. Mexico still in it. But the sooner they can find another goal, the easier the job will be for them. Crossing by Alvarado. Cleared away. But again for Gutierrez. And now Alvarado again. Alvarado back for Quiñones. Quiñones marked by Kane. That is great. Vasquez puts in another cross. Raúl Jiménez doesn't get to it. It's a scramble inside the box. What is going on? Kane tries to clear it. The Mexicans are appealing for a penalty, but also trying to get the ball. What is going on? Quiñones gets fouled. Yes, Quiñones gets fouled, but all of the Mexicans are appealing for a penalty. What are the Mexicans asking for? Let me see the replay. Yeah, Quiñones gets fouled by Bellingham. That is clear. Is that a foul from Kane? That should be a pen. Shouldn't that be a pen? Like, Kane just kicks Gutierrez after trying to go for the ball. That's the same penalty that they gave England against Croatia. That is the same penalty that they gave England against Croatia. I'm sorry, that's the same penalty that Modric gave away to England. They are checking it. They are checking it. That should be a pen. They're checking it. It's gonna be a pen for Mexico. It's gonna be a pen for Mexico now. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a pen for Mexico. I'm telling you, like Kane did the same thing that Modric did against England. It's the same pen. If they are being consistent, this has to be a pen for Mexico. Because Gutierrez lifts his leg to catch the ball, and Kane clatters him from behind, from underneath. And Kane doesn't get to the ball. He clatters the feet. Like, this is the same penalty that Modric gave away against England. Is it harsh? Yes, but it's a foul. You got late to the ball. You didn't touch the ball. You hit the leg. It's a pen. Let's see what the ref says. Penalty. Penalty for Mexico. Oh, it's back to back. It's back to back. Penalty for Mexico. It's on now. Chad, wake up. Raúl Jiménez gonna step up, and he needs to score this to put Mexico within arm reach. And like that, what are you gonna do? Like, that's a pen. Like, it's harsh, but that's a pen. You didn't get to the ball. You only kick the leg. If you kick the leg, that's it. That's a pen. Yellow card for who? Somebody's protesting again. Kane is clapping, being ironic, gets a yellow card for protesting. I know it's harsh. It's a very harsh pen. It's a very harsh pen, but it's a pen, and it's the exact same penalty that England got against Croatia. So, like, if they're being consistent, it has to be a pen. All right, Raúl Jiménez up against Pickford. Pickford jumping on the line, hyping himself up. Raúl doesn't even want to look at him. Very direct run from Raúl Jiménez, and he scores after the stutter step. He fools Pickford into making a jump in the wrong direction, and after he dives, that's it. Mexico are 1 goal away from equalizing, and they're still 11 against 10. And we have a game during this final 20 minutes. Most likely the hydration break now as well. And yeah, Pickford was close, but he jumped the other way. And when he tried to dive back into the right direction, he was already too far away. Oh, Kane! What an amazing first touch. And Gordon now inside the box. Oh, that would have been class. If that had been a goal for England, like a ball fell from the stratosphere, and Kane with his first touch just killed it. No bounce whatsoever. What an amazing first touch by Kane. If he managed to turn or put Gordon into a goal scoring opportunity, that would have been insane. Now O'Reilly's on the floor. Shouldn't we be going to the hydration break at this point? O'Reilly got the ball, so that is not a foul. But then when Santi Jimenez is falling, he hits O'Reilly in the face with his back heel, unintentionally, obviously. Like, it's not a foul or a card or anything. But obviously it's gonna hurt the Manchester City man. Oh boy. And what happens now? Oh, the ref is losing control of it. Yellow card now for Sanchez. Yellow card for Sanchez. The ref doesn't want to lose control of the game, but he sort of is. Like, all of the players are protesting something. Jorge Sanchez is saying that he got elbowed in the face. Yeah, the camera is shaking from how much the Azteca is shaking. All of the stands on their feet, trying to rally behind the team. The atmosphere is insane at the Azteca. Shouldn't we be going to the hydration break? Really? Oh, we are. Okay. Fair. That's why the camera wasn't panning back to everyone. Oh boy, like it's absolutely kicking up. What an insane game. What an insane game so far. Incredible. The amazing first half and this second half has delivered with even more drama. What an insane game it's been so far. This is crazy. Like, what is going on? What is going on? What does Mike have to say about this? Still 20 minutes to go and it's absolute cinema. Oh boy. Chad, speak to me. What happens now? Does England hold on or does Mexico force extra time? Anshu, I'm gonna say it. Stoppage time equalizer. Stoppage time equalizer by Mexico. They're gonna struggle to break down England. England looks like they're gonna be defending for their lives. It looks like England might get the job done. And in stoppage time, Mexico's gonna equalize. I'm telling you right now. In stoppage time, Mexico equalizes. So stay here up until the end. Don't go anywhere. This has only begun. We still have 17 minutes left and still a lot of stoppage time. Like, they should give a lot of stoppage time because of 2 VAR checks and also the hydration break. And now the substitutions too, because Nico O'Reilly got a yellow card and now he's being subbed out for Dan Burn. Guys, Dan Burn is coming on. And Elliot Anderson subbed out. Elliot Anderson and Nico O'Reilly subbed out for Dan Burn and Jet Spence. It's full on parking the bus. 10 minutes of stoppage time, like, yeah, that could be fair. Or even more, like 11. Let's see, Jet Spence to try and defend on the wing, and then Dan Burn, just that huge man. He may not have a lot of ability, but clearing the ball is one of his techniques. You cannot give 15 minutes of stoppage time. The maximum is 12. 12 is the maximum you can give of stoppage time. The thing is, you can give 12 minutes, and then if there's time waste between those 12 minutes, you can add more. But the maximum you can give after 90 minutes is 12. And then you can add into that if there's more time wasting within those 12 minutes. Alright, Jimenez with the cross. That is not a good first touch, and England just cleared it away. If it's gonna be like this for 15 minutes, it's gonna be difficult for England to hold on. Desertun, your boy is on, darn Burn. He only has one job, clear the ball away. Every cross that comes into the box is his responsibility. I don't know why he's outside the box. Dan Burn, get your ass back into the box. Because here comes a cross from Jesus Gallardo, takes a deflection, Pickford is gonna catch it, no, Dan Burn heads it away from him. I don't know why Dan Burn didn't just allow Pickford to catch it, but okay, fair enough. Jesus Gallardo again. It's gonna be another cross. But it tries to play low. That's honestly smart. You can play your crosses low now that Dan Burn is in. Because it's gonna be difficult to win in the air against that man. Alright, Edson, you also have to show up. You need to make something happen. Organize this team. Back again to Gallardo. And it's gonna be crossing inshallah because this has been working for Mexico. But now... Oh, I don't know why Santi Jimenez tried to do a bicycle kick when he had a teammate in a much better position to take a shot. But okay. It's getting desperate for Mexico, and you still have 14 minutes plus all the stoppage time. Like, Mexico has at least 24 minutes or 25 to make something happen here. They do not need to get desperate. They have time. Another cross into the box to Quiñones, cleared away by Spence. Quiñones again. Quiñones cuts inside. Johan Vázquez, Edson Álvarez. Now all the way over to Jesus Gallardo on the left. Gallardo cuts inside. Gallardo tries to take a shot. Cleared by Conza. Gutierrez. Gutierrez with the cross. Cleared away by Dan Burn. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be like this until the end of the game. It's tense. Can Mexico do it? Can England hold on? Or will Mexico get a goal? Over to Jesus Gallardo again. Gallardo on the left. That is a good cross to the far post. Cleared away by Spence, and it's going to be a corner now. Corner to Mexico. They're knocking on the door. Will the door come falling down, though? Oh my god. Another substitution for Mexico. The number 8. Jorge Sanchez is off. And in comes Álvaro Fidalgo to add another midfielder to the mix. So Mexico now has 2 defenders and Edson Alvarez. But they know that they're going to have to do very little defending. Alright. Crossing. Pickford punches it away. That was dangerous. It's going to be another corner. I don't know if the double-decker bus is going to be enough. Can we find like a triple-decker bus or something? Park the entire plane. That was dangerous from Pickford, but he manages to punch it away from the head of Raúl Jiménez. Mexico play the corner short. Alvarado with the cross. Another corner. We need to park the bus, the plane, the boat, everything in front of the goal. Build a wall. What are they checking? What are they checking on VAR? Play on. Yeah, exactly. There was nothing. Alright. Alvarado with the cross. Mexico not winning those aerial duels. That's going to be a throwing for England. I don't know how Edson Alvarez got to head that, but gave it no direction. That was such a clear chance for Mexico. Edson just heading it the wrong way. Park the whole nation. Hey, England are time wasting. They're time wasting. And honestly, I defended. They are allowed to time waste. Guillermo Martinez, another attacker, is going to come in for Mexico, their last substitution. Mexico still has like 20 minutes here, because this 10 minutes and plus all the stoppage time that's going to be given. Alright, Alvarado against Spence. Takes a deflection and it's cleared away. England just holding on for dear life. Here comes the last substitution. The number 16, Quiñones, subbed out for Martinez, Guillermo Martinez, to add another big striker into the box. To be honest, even though Quiñones has been money this World Cup and even scored today, Quiñones wouldn't be doing much if all you're doing is crossing. Quiñones wasn't contributing much if all you're doing is crossing. You might as well put in a striker that is better in the air. Quiñones is better overall, but when you're running into space, into tight spaces, you'd rather have somebody like Martinez. Oh, that was a good attempt. That was a good attempt from Santi Jimenez. It was a bit optimistic, but if he could finish that, it would be goal of the tournament. It goes a bit too wide. Trying to have a shot from outside of the box after a low cross. First touch, always gonna be difficult to finish that, but decent attempt. And after the kick by Pickford, the ball reaches Rangel again, and Mexico, the ones in control. And it's gonna be like this until the end of the game. And either England are gonna hold on or Mexico are gonna score. Another cross into the box. And Pickford catches it and dives to the ground. I don't know, like... It doesn't feel like what Mexico is doing is working. But at this point, it's like the only plan. There's no other plan. There's no other plan. This either works or it doesn't work. Your World Cup on the line. Your World Cup at home on the line. Oh, nobody cleared that away. Oh, Santi Jimenez is still in the box. Cleared away finally. Two different England players failing to kick the ball away there. And Santi Jimenez almost found space to fire a shot. That was tense. Fidalgo now. Jesus Gallardo going up against Conza. And it's out for a corner. And it's going to be another corner for Mexico. No, he gave the goal kick to England. VAR must have checked that. Both Rice and Dan Burn failing to clear that ball away. Spence, in the end, stripping the ball away from Santi Jimenez. And Anthony Gordon, the one to boot it away. Alright, Kane with the hold-up play. Bellingham. Mexico clears it away. Isn't that a foul on Raul? No, foul from Raul. Onto Conza, says the ref. And yeah, to be fair, he's right. Jimenez is the one who fouls Conza. What an insane game this has been. I thought it would be a narrow scoreline. I said 1-0 England because I thought that Mexico's defense had looked really good. And that England wouldn't concede that many chances, but like, it has been nothing but low scoring. Oh, it's scrappy now. England managed to keep possession. Here comes Bellingham. Spence trying to cross it for Kane, but Rangel is there to catch it, and the ball goes back to Mexico. It's ultra dramatic. It's dramatic like the Portugal-Croatia game, like the Argentina-Cabo Verde game. So many dramatic games in these knockouts. Peak drama. Here comes Alvarado. Whips in another cross. Cleared away. All of the Mexicans appealing for a penalty because somebody fell inside the box. England trying to clear it away. I want to see that again. It looked like somebody was grabbing onto Santi Jimenez, but I don't know if Jimenez was hugging onto the defender as well. For now, it's play on. Stoke City settings. Park the double-decker bus, says Sean Dyche. The cross from Fidalgo, punched away by Pickford. The ball is still on Mexico. Alvarado now on the right against Spence. Uy, Raúl Jiménez controlling inside the box, dispossessed by Stones, and the flag is up. No, that's not a penalty on Martinez, in my opinion. It's a full-on battle out there. Like, every replay is so dramatic. People clashing against each other. Needs to take some long shots too. I mean, it's difficult because there are so many England players on the way. If somebody finds a space, I say go for it, but there doesn't seem to be any room to fire a shot from distance. Because there's a huge line of just bodies dressed in white blocking the way. Gallardo with the cross, cleared away by Stones. And now Bellingham puts it away. And it's back to Mexico with Edson Alvarez. Alvarado, there's an overlap. Spence and Gordon just holding up against Alvarado, who doesn't find any space. Alvarado needs to find a pass. Alvarado is kind of complicating things. Okay, Lira now. I don't know why Lira didn't try to put in the cross. Like, these two guys are just bullshitting around. All right, there's the cross. Cleared away by Kane. There's your chance to shoot from distance. Go for it. Go for it. He gets stripped. He took a touch too much. He took an extra touch. Play on, says the ref, though. Gallardo. Another cross. Cleared away by Conza. It's full on madness. Anshu, that's not the time now. We're not talking about the Argentina starting 11. Do you see the game that's happening? Do you see what's going on? 88th minute. Mexico losing by 1. England are down a man. Full on Harambol defending. That is a good shot. Saved by Pickford. Fidalgo trying to go for the long distance shot. But it's a bit too on the middle. And so it's an easy catch by Pickford. No, how is that a foul from Raúl Jiménez? Come on, man. All right, another substitution for England. Harry Kane subbed out for Morgan Rogers. Kane is off, Morgan Rogers in. Foul on Alvarado from Bellingham. We hit the 90th minute. Now the question, how much stoppage time, says the ref? I say like at least 10. 11. Yeah, that's what I thought. England full on parking the bus. Yeah, Morgan Rogers there for physicality and to hit in the counter if necessary. We have 11 minutes of stoppage time. Another cross comes into the box. Pickford manages to catch it. I mean, yeah, but we kind of figured this would happen. Oh boy. Time is running out for Mexico now. We're going up until the 101st minute, assuming that they don't add even more time after, if there's any time wasting within these 11 minutes. Every time the ball either gets to Alvarado or Gallardo on the wing. It's gonna be drama until the very end. Strap yourselves in, boys. You've seen nothing yet. The game has just begun. Gallardo on the left. Back to Fidalgo. Is Fidalgo gonna put in a cross? No, back to Gallardo. What now? The cross hits Consa and that's gonna go out? No, it doesn't go out. Yes, it goes out for a corner. But there were 2 VAR checks, plus the substitutions, plus the hydration break, plus the time wasting. Alright, corner for Mexico. Gutierrez to deliver the cross. Into the far post. Punched away by Pickford again. But he needs to get back onto his line because the ball is still on Mexico. I feel like Mexico... Alright, let's see. Gutierrez with another cross. That is a poor cross. Poor cross by Gutierrez. Straight up missed the box. I don't know how you can do that. I heard it again, the P word on Pickford. Sí se puede, chants the Azteca Stadium. Yes, we can. But can Mexico actually do it? Do they believe that they can do it? Alvarado once again pushing forward. That is a poor pass. And Anthony Gordon now for Morgan Rogers. Rogers tries to have a look. That was honestly a decent attempt. It was going on target from the halfway line on Rangel, but Rangel manages to track back and catch that. Alright, Alvarado now. Needs to be better in the decision making for Mexico. Or just put as many crosses as you can into the box and hope that one of them works. But with Pickford coming off his line every minute. And Dan Burn, what is that cross? What in the hell is that cross by Gallardo? Oh my god. No, but Ecuador, Mexico, all of those countries that chant si se puede are those same countries that have like losers mentality. It's so corny. It's honestly such a corny chant. Throwing for Mexico, and Tuchel is absolutely fuming with some of these refereeing decisions. Alvarado, once again, what is he gonna do? Probably not put in a cross. Now he puts in a cross. It's a bit too long, and so that's gonna be a goal kick. Mexico are now straight up just missing the target with their crosses. Like before, at least they were going into the box. Now they're so desperate that the crosses are not even going into the box. They're just going wide. Rangel again. 6 minutes to go. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. But even if they realize that, they figured like 20 minutes ago that this is their best bet. I don't know why. Jimenez still trying to go for the bicycle kick. Dude, surely there's something better to do than trying to be the hero. This is not a movie. This is real life. How many bicycle kicks have you scored? Surely you can try something more simple. Fidalgo and Gallardo always open on the left. Back to Fidalgo, and everybody's waiting inside the box, but it goes back to Edson Alvarez. Edson Alvarez is gonna have a look, and it bounces off Morgan Rogers. 5 minutes to go. Oi, oi, oi. Mexico on the right with Alvarado again, up against Anthony Gordon. Alvarado is doing too many tippy-toe dribbles instead of just either passing the ball backwards or putting in the cross. Like, he's wasting time on these dribbles. Again, all the way over to Gallardo, open on the left. Against Conceed, another low cross. Oh, and the shot! First touch by Raul Jimenez goes over the crossbar. They need a bit more of that. Like, put in more crosses and fire more shots. Like, instead of just passing the ball sideways and trying to do dribbles. Like, you're losing time for nothing. 4 minutes to go. And Pickford again gonna play long. So far, England have not been able to keep the ball like for more than 2 seconds. Jude wins a throw-in. Conceed with the throw-in for Rogers. And Bellingham wins another corner. And I mean throw-in. Bellingham winning. Crucial time here. Yellow card for who? For somebody on England's bench, I think, who was delaying time. England keeps it against the corner flag. The ball back to Pickford, who just boots it away for Morgan Rogers. And the ball bounces back to Rangel. And Mexico are gonna play on now. Johan Vázquez also got a yellow. And Alvarado on the right. Over to Gutierrez. Dive by Spence to kick the ball out for a corner. Here comes the crossing from Alvarado. The ball bounces inside the box and it's caught by Pickford. Santi is more useful like this. Katsupin, that's messed up, dude. That's actually messed up. That's crazy. That's messed up. Alright, 1 minute and a half to go. Throwing for Mexico again. How are there no balls? How is there not a ball for them to put in a throwing? Henderson was the sub for England who got a yellow for time wasting. Fucking prick. Alright, Alvarado. Again, that's a poor pass. And Dan Burn puts the ball away. Like, this is St. James Park. It's 10 on 10 because Santi Jimenez is out on receiving medical treatment. Final minute for Mexico. Can they do it? Alvarado, you have to put in a cross. He does. To the far post. It's gonna be put into the middle. Cleared away by Konsa. And now Morgan Rogers is gonna run for it against Lira. Lira wins out against Bellingham. Final few seconds for Mexico. This is it. They're not able to put in a cross. Edson Alvarez. They have to get it into the box. Again, Alvarado. Last chance against Spence. That is a good cross. It's inside the box. They try to clear it. No, it goes wide. It went wide. Oh my god. Just wide of the post. Who was it? Stones? It was Stones. Stones almost scored an own goal. It's gonna be a corner. Rangel goes up. It's the last kick of the game. Corner to Mexico. Stones almost scored an own goal. It went just wide of the post. Corner for Mexico. Rangel is up in the box. Can somebody get it? You have to shoot. Santi Jimenez. Another shot. Another clearance. What is that? Another corner, says the ref. Another corner. Mexico has another chance, apparently. The game refuses to end. It's another corner for Mexico. And surely this is the last one. It's another corner for Mexico. Cross comes in, punched away by Pickford. And surely that's it. The ref blows his whistle. It's over. England have done it. They held on. England 3, Mexico 2. And that's an all-timer. Peak drama, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Could not have asked for anything more than that. Mexico out of the World Cup. In heartbreaking fashion at the Azteca. They lose their first game at home at a World Cup. And not at home, at the Azteca. Too bad England aren't vampires. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema from this game. Incredible. Incredible stuff. And now England have to go up against Norway. Oh my god, man. My goodness, man. What a game. Peak drama. That was great. I love that. So crazy, so back and forth. I didn't expect it to be this high scoring. The first half was looking dreadful with how England was playing. And they managed to get those 2 goals out of nowhere. Mexico closed its way back. And the second half, it just explodes. Conceed with the red card. Penalty for England. Penalty for Mexico. And then the final minutes, just Mexico knocking on the door with Cross and Inshallah. And not being able to get over the line to force extra time. England hold on. Yeah, USA, the only host left. Both of them out in the round 16, but can USA do something against Belgium tomorrow? My gosh, man, my word. What a game. Insane. Insane stuff. Crazy. Absolutely wild. What a roller coaster of a game. Crazy. I mean, Mexico had a lot of shots, but many of them were really bad. Didn't create a lot of quality chances with all of the time they had after the second hydration break. And England move on to the quarterfinals, and they're gonna be playing Norway for a spot in the semis. Look at this bracket. And look at that boat rowing. Look at that boat. England have to stop this. That's scary. They had to go up against that. That boat just keeps on rowing. And now it's going here to Miami to face against England. Incredible. We're going to have France, Morocco on one side, Norway, England on the other. And look at the games we have tomorrow / today, because it's already past midnight. Portugal, Spain, and USA, Belgium. And then on the other day, Argentina, Egypt, and Switzerland, Colombia, which we're gonna be here for. Insane stuff. Incredible. I'm not gonna be able to do watch-alongs for this game, sadly. I'll try. I have to find time to make for this, though. It's gonna be insane. Crazy. Crazy stuff. crazy stuff. Anyway, everybody, it's been a long day. We are here on the early fixture for Norway against Brazil. Feel like Mexico had a better chance 11v11, you could say that. But England against Norway is going to be incredible too. We've been here very early on, streaming for basically like 5 hours between two games. But I've been super happy with this World Cup day. We saw incredible scene, peak cinema. Anyway, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I will not be on tomorrow, but I will be here somehow, some way. I'll find a way to make that Argentina-Egypt watch-along happen, even though I'll have to come out of school to make it happen, but we'll make it happen. I don't know how, I don't know where, but I'll be on for Argentina-Egypt. I might start a little late, but we'll have to see. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you all so much for watching both this watch-along and the one previous. It means a lot to me, the way you support me during this World Cup journey, that you tune into my streams. I appreciate it a lot. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.